We start from the bottom. We start from the first. With the Mappegotti and SBS dot white. Okay, here in the panel, our colleague already applied Mappegotti I600W. Okay, imagine that we are working on a concrete slab. Okay, because instead on asphalt, you don't need to apply any kind of primer. You can see, okay, the material in this case is already diluted with 10% of water. Okay, and we start the application that is not easy in this kind of small panel, but we try to do our best, of course. And you can see that like also the viscosity of the product is like a cream, let me say. So it's a viscosity that is really easy to work. The material has this main characteristic that the high workability. Okay. So applying this first coat on the concrete surface, we are starting to prepare and to build up our system. Why it is in white color? Because the most important things is maintain also the workability during the job site, especially when the temperature are high temperature. Okay, the white color reflects the UV solar. Okay, so permit a long workability and permit a wet material to be workable, let me say, easily, comparing with other kind of base coat and board filler for asphalt that are black, okay, and instead white, they are not so easy to treat during with hot temperature. Okay. So you can see also from the sound that the squeegee has, you can feel also the sand inside, no, the product. But it's already inside. You don't need to add any other sand. You need just to mix before, add with the water, and apply. Okay. We can apply with the squeegee, or we can apply also with standard, let me say, metallic spatula. Okay. I suggest you don't use this product for an application with the roller, because the contents of sand inside is a bit higher, and because it's made close. And if you apply with a roller, the result that you achieve is not to cover the roughness of the surface, but it's just to do a bit of material weight, and it's not the focus of the product. So, after the application of the first layer, consider around 12, 24 hours waiting, okay, before overlap with the second one. We, in this case, we have already applied Mappegotti and S finish free, okay, that is the first layer of top coating, and completing the system with Mappegotti and S color. That is the specific top coating dedicated for the multi-sport field, the multi-sport area, because it has thanks to the fine the fine filler inside, we achieve a good result in terms of anti-skid, but the surface is not too rough. Okay.
我要帮忙吗？很小便很难做啊，because the board very small already. 下回了，我可以不用洗咖啡。
Smelling it, you can see also, you can feel no solvent base. Okay, is that a smell? It's not water. It is
smell solvent or something. Thank you. The consumption of this layer is around 300 grams square meter. That is enough to achieve a great result in terms of mechanical resistance and durability of the fluid. The blue ceiling, vibrant, very nice color. The final result is what Ezequiel is showing to us. So a multi-layer system, okay, starting from the concrete, primer, white viscose, 2 times of top coating. Okay, because if we work on asphalt, we don't need the primer, but we need maybe one more layer of base coat. Okay. You can feel also that is pretty smooth result, okay? Not this key, but the right and this key. The line, use the line. But then it's okay. Okay, so this is the first system. Now we can go to show you. Any questions? Any questions?
Hey, cover for top. How else to stick the card?
So now we go to see Mabegot comfort, and that is really similar to multi-sport comfort. What changes just the top coating. Okay. The blue one and the pink one. Back to your question before about the difference of where you can touch also the thickness that we achieve with this product on one layer. Okay. So consider that the 80% of the thickness will be this product, the thickness of the system. Then we will see the application of racetrack to fast product, and you will see also the difference in this so you can understand it over. Yeah, right. Yeah. Exactly. And this will depend on so this is the comfort, or we can consider also for multi-sport comfort system. So you can see that we are starting from a different phase. Okay, we are applying a rubber mat on the comfort 4 millimeters in this case. Bonded with our adhesive, in this case adhesive G19. Okay. The rubber mat is made from SPR, so the recycle pirate. Okay. So animal also these important things. Here we have already applied okay. And we proceed with the application of a dedicated basis that is material TMS really stored, okay, cut inside it, you can see the difference from the white and the gray. Inside it, that's the sand, the filler, but it has also a rubber pole, okay, to make it more elastic, to make this base more elastic. What is useful in this case? Useful to close well the porosity of the rubber mat, giving also a good coverage where we have the edges of the rubber mat, because you have to consider that the rubber mat is a roll 1.5 meter longer 20. Okay, so in 1.5 meter we have an edge, but we have to seal well, I well of course the body well. But if we don't want to see too much the edge, this product is the perfect one to cover it really, really well. It's not easy, believe me, it's not easy to apply with this kind of equipment in a small area like this one. So please give an applause to our colleagues that is doing a great job. We can use this kind of product not only over Mappe Comfort, okay, but also to build up other kind of system. When we want to achieve and realize the cushion, the cushioning system. So the system that has a medium elasticity properties in terms of shock absorption. All right. Super. Well done. So,
not to pick on his workmanship, but obviously there's some different thicknesses in here in this. Is that
we have to check and prepare before if we have some needs, because with the acrylic material are not good to patch and level, because waterborne, if we apply in thickness more than 3 millimeters, they take too much time to dry completely. So we have to check before, also floating the surface, okay, so you can see where I have the biggest problem, and level with the same glue that we use to bond the Mappe Comfort in this case, for example. So with a polyurethane glue or a epoxy polyurethane adhesive, okay, that we can work till 20 millimeters with no problem of curing and with a fast curing as well. This is the right way to approach when I have some needs on the surface. If I don't pay attention on the preparation before and I discover at this point, for example, it's a bit hard then solve that problem.
So how do you solve it?
How you solve it? You have to put more layer of product waiting the right curing.
Okay,
But you can work at this moment. You can work just with acrylic, not with the polyurethane over acrylic. But acrylic is so fresh and polyurethane is so strong that the risk of damage, of detachment is high. and don't work, for example, with cementitious products on an elastic system like this one because they crack. Obviously. You can see what I showed you before in the videos now about in terms of coverage of the product. So, it directly on the gray base coat with the first layer of the coatedness finish one, we are achieving an high coverage already from the first layer. Then, of course, we apply the second one to make it perfect and homogeneous. So, after the application of the next finish one in 2 times, the final result is this one. If some one of you touch the surface comparing with the next color, you can feel that this roughness is okay. Because the content of the content of filler inside is higher. So we can also customize, let me say, the different systems with the different coating. Okay, based on what we prefer achieving with the result.
If you're using the comfort rubber, then you need to use this. If not, no need.
Yeah. Squirt it out, right?
And touching it, you can feel
for the flexible.
Here you can feel. And you can put
That one is using knock shower for the first one, the D19. This one.
if you want to come over it and work on it or jump on it,
yes.
maybe you can compare also with. It is soft, but it's soft in the right way because for flooring, you don't need to jump over the surface. Okay, there is a medium level of elasticity. Any questions? Any questions? An important thing to know why we use the primer between the rubber mat and the acrylic resin. Not only for the adhesion. The adhesion is good also if we apply directly the contents previous coat on the cover. But with the primer, we want to avoid any kind of contents remaining from the SPR, so the plasticized contained into the SPR, and the primer avoid any kind of migration of plasticized. Okay, so we improve the durability. We are improving the adhesion thanks to the epoxy primer.
In the last one, he had it like that. Hold on. Just left that and then filled it in with. Okay.
What about
So remember, choose but you still got to go back and fix it.
This is the race track. Okay, so let me say the fast set 1K product, fast informing product. Okay. Then I like when we finish the application on this panel, I like to get it somewhere within just 20 minutes to see every time. Okay. So the difference, no, between a racetrack and a system like the sort of thing. Before you shoot, so the thickness that we can build, we can create with the base coat. Here, without the base coat, imagine to have not a flat surface like this one, but a porous, really porous surface that could be asphalt, like we also a roughness concrete. Okay. With this product, applied by road especially, we have not the power to over fill the porosity of something. We are making it durable, for sure, because we are using dedicated product from the concrete to make it durable, surely. But the texture that we have at the beginning, just with 2 days, we don't change it. So the texture underneath, we still read over the surface.
But this is going over an existing epoxy system in the local market. So just surface prep, grind, clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you also have filler repair materials for the base? So for the asphalt, that's obviously.
We have some special products, some dedicated product, like the Lima Asphalt Repair, that are cold asphalt, but is reactive cold asphalt that is really strong and durable. Okay, and this product is to repair the whole of the asphalt. Shrinkage, yes, we have also. I don't know if it's coming here already in Singapore, but not the Flex Express is a product two-pack sealant in the cartridge. Okay, fast reaction, really fast, cure around 5 minutes. And we also have really easy to apply, and we tested also combining our coating for asphalt many cases of the adhesion between the sealant and the other product, and we tested the results are really good.
So we start from now 5:45.
5:45. Okay. Maybe we can write on the panel if you want to. So for 5:45, we will see in the next 20 minutes if we like or also in this case, the material can be applied by rollers with spatula. Personally, I prefer the application with spatula. Okay. Spatula.
Oh, spatula. Okay. So what's 2 coats? What's your DFT?
The thickness is less than half millimeter in this case. But I prefer the spatula application because it makes the material smoother. And maintaining in any case the electricity resistance, but making it smoother means also making it easy to clean, of course. That is an important aesthetical point of view. If we want to improve the cleanability of this kind of product, we can apply over there a transparent protective product in our rack. You can touching it, feeling it, you can understand that by the anti-slip resistant and anti-slip point of view, nothing can happen over this product.
It's quite pretty.
This is the same color, okay? Just after the dry the curing time, it makes a bit darker, okay? But it is a normal reaction of the color.
You need to put plastic here. Yeah, put plastic. Take the skin right off your butt. Hope it doesn't run.
Could be used also for the skincare.
Skincare. What is that joke?
Dedicated for outdoor so, after we got the next extreme,
Sorry for trying to shit down and not fuck it up. I say, last race, this is whatever extreme.
okay, so going ahead, but we got the next extreme. In this case, is a two-pack product. Okay, the part B is the acrylic one, is the colored one. The part A is the epoxy one. We mix together, okay, adding also the right percent of water that came from 5 to 15, 20%. It's depending on the temperature that we have during the application. It's an important thing. This is with 5%. It's an important thing because it's in the hands of the applicator. Understand and know which is the right dosage of the water. Okay.
So what would you do for high humidity? Less water or more water?
For high humidity, I prefer a medium level of food. It means if the rule is from 5, that you need the 5, to 15, okay. With high humidity like you have here, 10% of water should be the right one. Humidity don't work. Because combining high humidity, we have also high temperature. Okay, so means that if you take the right quantity of water into the material, you can work well and try it well. If you put less quantity, it's not good because with the high temperature, it's not work well. You really fast. We need too much water, the curing time is better.
It's not really painful either.
The right, don't receive the right dosage percent of water because it's not a scientific, something like scientific. It's in the hands, it's in the knowledge, in the habit of the applicator. We can give an average, of course, surely.
So this system is just harder because of the epoxy.
Yeah.
So you got pure acrylic.
Acrylic harder and stronger. For this reason, we suggest it also for the traffic area. It's a good location. With
tested also with, for example, with our polyurea system for waterproofing, so the liquid membrane that are really elastic, for 40-100% of elongation. Okay. We combine it with this product and also with the Resin as well to see the crack bridging of the combination. And the crack bridging is in class B, that is the second class. Class A is really almost impossible to achieve, but the class B is a really high position. That surprises us, we say, okay, combining this kind of product. But the elasticity is made by the acrylic part. That is the 96% of the combination. The 4% is epoxy.
Really so small. And would you apply this one also with the
Yeah, you can. In case of application of extreme, like in this case, winter roller is a good application for cyclopub pedestrian area, but for the traffic area, the application must be done with 3G or something, because you need to leave enough quantity to be resistant enough to the traffic area, to the cars. It's important because at the same time, applying in the water, I apply more or less 400 grams, 300 grams in the water. If I apply the speech at the same time, like 500 to 600 grams per meter in one day. So 1,000.
留的，第一个过程布局给了颜色的定局，不比较美啊。对，这个零碳保酒，他不知道，他负责油好像。哪里做多少？做久了。刚刚传来这个到飞机来嘛，保鲜的。
In any case, upgraded was a standard system like Indian acrylic one, standard one, okay, with this for example, cycle pump. We need to if we want, we can apply the resin stream to the sample as good finish, not coating to reduce the roughness of the surface, making this if you want to touch the result after 2 times of the resin stream with the next restart, you can feel also the different roughness that we have. Inside of because the next stream we have a bigger feel than the next restart.
And then the first coat, when you apply, you can see unhomogeneous the state. But after 2 coats, very homogeneous. Yes, you can see some rough, some no rough. But after 2 coats, very homogeneous.
Is this one supposed to be rough? Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah, because the filler size is bigger. Bigger, why? Because we developed this product for the traffic area on asphalt. So it could be also feel the asphalt directly with one layer. If we want to build this case, we can add also some force during the application. If I need to feel better asphalt base, for example, or to use it to level some materials. And with this one, because it's not the standard way, then to the epoxy part is faster. But not consider that till 5 millimeters, over 5 millimeters,
become. So the last product that I want to show you is Consumer Refresh, the polyurethane skin coating. Let me see. For the refurbishment of the existing for flooring, but we are starting it also to be applied outdoor, also on our acrylic system. Because in any case, it is aliphatic. Okay, so you can use it for outdoor without any problem. Here, the application is in panel, right? Primer is so supposed to have I don't know PVC floor, rubber floor, over here. Um, so supposed to have an existing floor here, okay. After cleaning well, okay. After cleaning well to remove any dirt, any wax, everything, stretch it a bit and start with the application. Without primer in this case, or imagine to be on a concrete primer, sand, by 600W, APW, frequently, and so on, and so on. A plus B, 2 times, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Preferable is leaving the product for other to rest for other 2 minutes, okay, to make it really homogeneous, okay. In this case, you can use pure, okay. If you want, you can add 5% of water, but it's better to use pure. Also, in this case, the filler is already inside, so you don't need to put nothing over inside the material. With this product, the application must be done with a roller. Roller or spray also. Spray it. With the spatula, it's a bit difficult because we are talking about 100 grams per layer. Okay, so with spatula, which is a bit difficult to apply so less quantity of material.
So if you put this over vinyl, how do you handle joints?
You still see the joints on the vinyl. You still see because it's not a leveling product that over it. No, you still see. Yeah. It can protect better the joints of the vinyl from also the washing, the treatment, and so on. Okay, but you still see. Yeah. If you don't want to seal the joints of the vinyl, you can put over the vinyl self-leveling polyurethane material, elastic one, okay, that we have in our range of sports. And after it, you can use it. Also, in this case, we are talking about a polyurethane in water dispersion. So, solvent-free, the friendly product like this for the environment and so on. And you can see we are here, okay, and we are breathing, but it's not a bad smell or something bad. Okay, the second rule, if someone wants to touch the product, okay, maybe in this case we are talking about Resin. Okay, because it's dedicated for indoor surfaces. If we apply it over a vinyl product instead, this panel, okay, the result is also
So why less filler in this product?
is a micro microsphere, okay, what glass microsphere. Okay. It's not a filler, it's not a quartz.
Those ones are all of course your previous sports
Racetrack are quartz samples.
So, but if it's for sports slip resistance, then why go with glass filler as opposed to a bar?
We can do, yes, we can do with different top coating that we have in our range because we have not only this product, but the time is so short, we show you everything. We have some top coating molder like this one that make the surface. Okay, the material is curing. Okay, nothing on my finger. After just, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, something like that. If, yes, 20 minutes fast, so I think that also is extra. Okay, you can touch it later when you want, and touch if I tell you the truth.
The concrete have to apply primer, right?
Yes, on the concrete you have to primerize it. Mapecot I600W, primer SN, you can choose in different. The vinyl, you don't need a primer with this product, with UG Refresh. If you go on a vinyl, sport vinyl flooring, for example, with the acrylic material, the acrylic one, you need the primer. You need the primer. This is so rich, so elastic, so on, so and many characteristics that the primer is not necessary. But the acrylic on the PVC need the primer. The vinyl need the primer. I600 in this case. I600 is not necessary. Okay. So, thank you by my side. I leave the floor to Mr. Marcus, and thanks for your presence. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, they let me over with one little sample of it simultaneously. So the key was for me is that I show you the transparent material which can be applied as a roller coat or as a self-leveling material. But not only that, the sample. When you touch the sample, feel the sample, it's kind of talking about orange peel effect. If you roll it over, you keep the orange peel effect. Yeah, you can roll it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. So there's a certain slip or skip resistance here as well. When you good. So when you touch it here, so there's a certain skip resistance, right? And often this is so that you're closing the top surface with one coat. No. So now you have to say that's the whole idea that we start from the beginning. We have a concrete, we have surface preparation, there's shot blasting, grinding, and so on. Then you can use the primer SN as a primer, let it cure. Then you can use a base coat. In this case, we choose black, I would say. If you have lighter flakes like the blue one we saw earlier, there is a white base coat. So you simply use a color code, also an epoxy, one of our 312 or 300 or 302. Then you flaking the flakes, or you broadcasting the flakes onto the base coat, which is black, still wet, so it fully broadcasted. After the curing time is finished, you use a little bit of sandpaper or you use a spatula to scraping off the loose particles. After that one, you can do one sealer coat. Let it cure, buffing a little bit, and continue a second sealer coat. So that would be 2 coats is definitely required in order to seal properly. If you want this self-leveling effect, and I think you guys have seen it, right? When you touch it, it's in front of us. This is not polished. It is simply that we use the same material, this 300 TRP. I can roll it and seal it like this, or I use it as a self-leveling 1 millimeter, more or less, so that you get this glass mirror effect. So the material is low yellowing in nature. It has a certain, of course, certain scratch resistance. The good part is that you use these flakes and you use this combination of white and black, blue and white, you can't see the scratches so much. We have applied this in our office, in our warehouse area, and people running over it every day, right? And the scratch resistance or the hiding power or the so camouflage of cracks is very good, very high. So again, we can also have a higher quality application or a lower quality, depends on your budget. This is higher quality, it means we have primers and good base coat of 312 durable solid material. We apply then the flakes, we do then a sealer with 300 TRP and rolling over again with 300 TRP. High, durable, low yellowing material. In New Zealand, Australia, they're doing a lot of flaking projects and using one single product only. Sometimes you can use primer, if you want, you can use primer SN. You put some color into the primer SN, roll it, flake it, and then you have a base coat with the cheapest product as primer SN, and then you use the 910, for example, one of our binders, low yellowing, and you could finish the job. It means the price would be most likely 30% cheaper. But our point is, we have a quality product. A quality product is exactly what you see, that we are able to fix, make glass mirror finish of 1 to 1.5 to 2 millimeter. So the material is low viscosity, you can start mixing, you can see. Yeah? So A and B component. After the first sealer coating, you need the first sealer coat before you apply the top coat. You need to close first. So we mix the A and B component together, we mix around 1 minute, 1.5 minutes. Use the appropriate tools for this kind of application, for this kind of mixes. If you have large areas, sometimes you can use a notch spatula because the material is very low viscous. If you have the right tooth spatula, notch spatula, the material flows through. As Marco mentioned already, he likes the application on the spatula on the floor. Me too. It's simply the effect because you have a better control over the material, you feel it in your hands. You level it actually much better. And also, in my opinion, much better optic than here. So if you use a notch spatula instead of a flat spatula, the material flows through these notches and teeth or tools. You see how low viscous this material is. It is very easy to control. If you have 1,000 square meters and you want to control the thickness, better is to work with a notch spatula. So you see how the brightness, the boldness is coming out of this whole flake. the roller coat looks completely different compared to the 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter. It gives a 3D effect. It means you seriously can't compare the two with any kind of polishing. Polishing is great, but this gives a 3D effect. So you will get scratches. There is nothing, let's say you have a wood carpet, parquet, wooden floor. You get scratches there as well. What you can do is, of course, from time to time, once in a while, after 3 years, maybe also you seal that coat over it, and that's it. We have also another material called lucida or opaca, which means is a wax application, matte or gloss. This is also a maintenance procedure where we can apply wax, and the wax brings again a sheet. Or simply use the same material as a roller again, again very beautiful, powerful appearance. No, I personally, I love it. So I think you should consider this one when it comes to exquisite design. Reception areas, hotel rooms, and so on. There's endless amount of flexibility in terms of design and customers. Okay, that would be it. Spike rolling, of course, is necessary in order to release the air in the material. If you have any further questions, let me know. I think it's a brilliant, beautiful material. Any questions so far? Also, to repeat again, you can keep it simple, primer SN, color into the primer SN, flaking, and then using a binder, a simple binder, that was the cheapest version. A quality version is primer SN, base coat 312, one of our roller coat materials, flaking, and then using 3 TRP, UV, low, very low yellow ink, and higher resistance to scratch. Anyway, it will camouflage without the self-leveling. We have a high camouflage. That means you can't see any scratches on there. So, perfect. So I say also from my side, thank you so much. Great application and timing from my colleague Marco. And I think we can close this part. Where's our vice president? Right here. It's your turn.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I hope this is interesting and also fun event for you guys. I would like to thank both Marcus and Marco for giving us so much information. And also the technical team did a perfect job on the demonstration as well. Now is the fun part. Everybody, we have dinner and drinks catered for all. So please feel free to collect your food outside. We can come back to the ballroom. We can have our networking sessions. We can continue our discussions further. All right. Thank you all.
Last time I saw this white marble was a decade ago, and it's like.